Welcome to the listeners to the NCR podcast.
Welcome
to the NCR podcast.
I'm back.
This is
I haven't been on
episode.
the podcast in a long time.
This is the second episode that I'm hosting.
Unreal. You hosting this? Or
I
we
feel
just
like a
shooting the
vet
shit?
already.
I think you did a good job on the first one. Okay.
I don't know if I should listen to them after I do them.
Don't.
Yeah, I decided not to on this one.
One sec. Sarah, just figuring.
I feel like it just takes too much time to do it. I feel like I should listen back so that if anyone brings up a topic with me later on, I can like refer back to it
Yeah.
and actually know what I said.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, like I don't really want to listen to myself talk for an entire hour.
Isn't that the worst?
Yeah.
Your voice?
Yeah. Even
You're
right now,
a musician. Can you can hear yourself now?
even listening to myself through the headphones is awkward.
How's listening to my voice?
The same as normal.
Terrible. What are we chatting about?
Talk about the games, recap the games a little bit. The 2019 CrossFit Games.
Mm-hmm.
We're a little bit late to the punch. Basically, every single CrossFit person in the planet who has a podcast and has a YouTube channel has
I already
done
did it.
a 2019 recap. So if you're interested in what happened at the games, you can go refer to those.
Yeah, let's, because we're not going to talk about what actually happened. We're going to talk about our point of view
Yeah, exactly.
because we were there.
Yeah. So you did your fifth year
Yeah.
as demo team.
Yeah.
Unbroken.
Unbroken 5 years. When I got there on Saturday or Sunday, I got there on Saturday, but on Sunday there was like a meeting of the minds with Dave and like all the head guys and Boz and everything. And he's like, demo team, come in here. So we go into the war room and he's like presenting us to everyone. And obviously we know all the guys in there. Well, I do and you would know because all the level 1 people. And then he's like, Tremblay, how many times you done this for? I'm like, about half a decade, Dave. And he starts laughing. He's like, no, really, like 3? I'm like, Dave, no, like 5 years. Like, come on. You ask me every year. It's been 5 years. Had a good laugh.
Did he? And he actually didn't remember.
Well, I think, yeah, he probably did.
He
Or
probably
just
did.
like messing
Or
around.
he wanted you to say it out loud to
Yeah,
everybody.
exactly. So, yeah.
Did you get chirped a lot for that, or was that like it was like a celebration? It
It
was more like, oh, good job, you're here for 5 years. It wasn't
Ugh.
like, haha, Trumbo, you've been here for 5 years.
whatever. It was, yeah, a little bit of both. I definitely got chirped for sure.
More so because you shot yourself in the foot with that post.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
It was a really nice post.
So like, and that's the first time. So that's another thing. Like you're on the demo team so many times. Like when something like that happens, that's cool. Because every year I was on the demo team, obviously all we talk about is, fuck, we should be here. You know, it'd be
so
fun.
if you don't know what we're talking about, Paul made an Instagram post that it was a really cool post that had the whole demo team from last year, and basically everyone on the team made it back to the games for 2019.
Yeah.
Except Paul.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. Like every year, that's what everyone says. Like everyone on the demo team is like, yeah, we're all gonna be here next year. You know, we make this like empty pact of like guys like, and then we talk to each other all year long. You know, like sporadically, like, hey, I saw you at this competition or whatever. Like, yeah, let's make it back. You know, and we like text each other, and then it never happens.
Right.
And then this year, well, it's happened where like members of the demo team have made it back. Like, you know, Jen Smith made it back.
Like the odd person here and there.
Yeah. Like Cassidy Lance made it back. And then last year was just really cool because we were 8 people, 7 of them made it, and I didn't. Yeah. So
That's
either
crazy.
masters.
That's actually crazy. 7.
I know.
All 7.
Yeah, which is really cool, and like in good ways. Like Travis Merritt, like qualified like 15 different ways.
Oh yeah.
Like, you know, by his placings in sanctionals and the open.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, that was cool. So when I said that, like when we went to dinner on Sunday night, like the girls showed that post to Dave, And then he like ran with it, and his next post is like basically chirping me.
A huge chirp.
Yeah.
How was it on demo team this year, like compared to other years? Was it different because of the structure of the games, or was it pretty much the same?
I was extremely surprised at how similar it felt.
Yeah.
Like when I got there on Saturday, and I'm like, remember I texted you? I'm like, guys, this looks the same.
Yeah, it's the exact same.
You know, like
Yeah.
it looked the exact same. The field in the back, everything. You know, the mood. You know, Dave was in a great mood. We were just same thing. We got there. We just tested a bunch of workouts. What was kind of cool that we did for the first time ever was we've done this before, but we all tested the first workout at the same time.
Everyone on the team.
Yeah, everyone on the team on like Monday morning, 7 a.m. Only ones on the field.
So that was it's 4 rounds for time, 400-meter run, 3 legless rope climbs, 7 squat snatch at 185 and 130, 125, 130, 130.
It was 130. Yeah. And that was really cool because it was like not symbolic, but you know, it was that workout that was going to cut the field to half.
Mm-hmm.
So it was fun to do. It was fun to like, you know, gather that intel or that information.
Would anyone on the demo team have gotten cut?
No.
No.
No. Scenarios are always different, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't as hot.
For sure.
and you know, obviously just the stress levels, but no, we all finished it. Every single girl finished it too.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's crazy because only like 3 girls like finished the workout, I think, at the actual event.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They all finished it.
Those girls have gas though.
Yeah. Like Meredith, Alex Parker's a like awesome runner.
Yeah.
Meredith actually won it. She beat the 2 girls.
Oh man, that's amazing.
So it was Meredith Root, Chelsea Grigsby, Alex Parker, myself, James Hobart, and Christian Harris. And Christian actually won it for the guys. He did in like 16:10.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Because what did Fraser do it in?
Like 15:40 maybe.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been
15:30.
far behind.
Yeah.
Wow.
His rope climbs were so fast. I was like catching him on the barbell, and then we'd like go out and run, and nobody would really get ahead in the run.
Yeah.
We'd come back in, he'd just like go up and down so fast.
Just bouncing off the
so tall.
Bouncing off of the foam mat.
We actually didn't use the foam mat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's
so you guys were actually going higher?
No, they measured the right height, but from the ground.
Oh, gotcha.
And with a foam mat, you can't really jump. So I think that's what kind of messed with people.
That's true. Yeah.
Is like their regular like up and down cadence of rope climbs is affected by not being able to jump.
So basically, it's like practicing rope climbs, just standing and grabbing.
Like if you had to do 3 rope climbs as fast as you can, you could 100%. You would have a different strategy if you could jump and if you couldn't jump.
For sure.
Right.
Yeah.
And if you don't think that and you try and do one way, or like the harder way with the easier ways strategy, you can blow yourself up.
It's kind of also like, well, I mean, it's the same with any movement. But when you're jumping, like I know exactly how many pulls it's going to take for me to get to the top on a legless rope climb. Yeah. I know kind of like the cadence of my swing and what arm
finishes.
Depending on what I grab with first, what arm's going to finish and grab up and hit the top. Yeah. So if you can't do that, that's all thrown off. You're doing extra pulls. That's crazy.
Where were you on that workout?
I did 18:08 or something like that, just over 18 minutes.
Yeah.
But I did it I didn't do it on the field. I did it in the warm-up area after
on a treadmill.
Yeah. On a true form or a assault runner. Mm-hmm. Which I think it's pretty like comparable because the assault runner is going to take a little bit longer. Yeah. And we weren't running fast at all. On the 400s.
That's honestly, man, like when the guys started that and ran the first in like, I don't know, like a minute 10, it's like some of these guys are going to blow up because this is not a running workout.
They're sprinting.
Yeah.
Sprinting. I think everyone was so stressed out because of the cuts. And
for sure.
And all of a lot of the national champions knew that they weren't going to get past either the rope climbs or the snatches. Yeah. So you saw people who knew they weren't going to get out of the first round, gun the first run, and then you get caught up in the moment as someone who could finish the workout. Yeah. And you start chasing these people, And then they end up walking up to the rope and just staring at it, and you're like huffing and puffing trying to get through these rope climbs, and you just end up blowing up. It's so
Yo, check this out.
It's so crazy.
Okay, so the night before day one, the demo team, we had it wasn't a bet. So we just went through, and because I said something like, there's going to be like 30 guys who don't finish the first round. And then some guys, I think it was Hobart's like, no, more people, blah, blah, blah. So like I just wrote it down.
More people who don't finish it?
So I just said there's going to be a lot of people who don't finish the first round, and there's going to be a lot of girls who don't even do one rope climb.
Right.
And then so we made a list. Like, okay, for girls to not even finish a full round, Christian said there was going to be 13.
Mm-hmm.
Ruth said 30. Parker said 35. So she thought 35 girls were not going to finish the first round. Griggs said 23. Hobart 15. I said 16. I went the under, or just a little over Hobart. And then Courtney Rife said 10. I think Hobart or Christian won that because it was like 14.
It was 14. They didn't finish the first round.
There you go. So he.
Well, no, I don't know what the actual number is. I'm asking you.
I think that's what we looked at.
I thought
like the first round of rope climbs.
Oh, just the rope climbs. Yeah. Okay. There's even I think it's actually closer to 30 that didn't get out of the first full round. Like including the snatches.
Yeah,
no one.
Have to look at
that. Because I was counting. I counted, I think, 10 at least that did not do one rope climb.
Yeah.
10 at least.
Where were you? Like,
where
were you judging there?
So, I guess I was closest to the cameras. I was in the lane. I was at the second lane closest to the cameras. So everyone was facing. The entrance of the run on the snatches.
Yeah.
And there's 10 lanes down the field.
Oh, yeah.
And each lane had 5 athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was the second one from the edge of the field closest to the cameras. And
but where? Like on the rope climb?
No,
or on the snatches?
I was on the snatches.
Is that where they had all the L1 judges?
No, not necessarily. Yeah, all the L1 judges were doing snatches. Yeah. And so how they did it was each rope had a judge.
Yeah.
And then every athlete was assigned a snatch judge. And we would wait in the middle of the field where they would move their marker.
Yeah.
And as soon as they advanced from the rope, we would run out and meet them wherever they wanted.
The barbell they wanted.
That's right.
Because there was like a free-for-all.
Exactly. And then from there, we'd judge them, do their snatches, boom, boom, boom. And then we'd run back to their little marker after they moved it forward. They'd run out of the arena, and we'd just chill and wait at the middle of the field.
100 judges on the field.
Yeah, it was crazy.
We went to a brief during that first workout.
Yeah.
And then we had to demo the judges too, because there was literally no judges anywhere. Every single judge was on the field.
It's crazy.
So like they got us like head judge or like whatever judges
to show where you'd be standing.
Yeah, where the judges would stand, because every single judge was on there.
It was crazy. It was really, really cool though. It was well done. Like everyone did a good job. Like
honestly, that was probably the most exciting part of the weekend.
Yeah. It was really
that
cool.
first workout, and watching people fail, watching people crush it.
Yeah.
And like just the difference in like how fit some people are and how unfit some are. It
really highlighted how good the perennial games athletes were.
Yeah.
Right? Like Ben Smith, especially in the first heat.
Yeah.
He was in the first heat, I think.
He's in the first heat.
And he's way out in front. He's the only
himself.
one doing snatches over it. And it was like, oh my God, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Like it was,
and he had a really good time, and he was not racing anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And from what I hear from even all the athletes who didn't get a single rope climb or get out of the first round, they all had a great time too. Like they all showed up knowing that it was going to be a huge challenge and that it was very possible they wouldn't get out of a single workout.
Yeah.
And they were just like happy to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the whole attitude, like even you talk to most of the games athletes, I think everyone was like really happy with the vibe of everyone. Everyone's super friendly. Everyone's like really grateful to be at the CrossFit Games, and they're chatting with one another. And then you know, the field gets smaller and smaller, and it was it was a little more relaxing at the beginning for a lot of people, and that vibe kind of added to the cool vibe. But then as the cuts sort of happened and people were shedded and put away, then it was like everything got way more intense. Yeah, way more intense.
God, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was
when
crazy.
they had, like, speaking of intensity, man, when they had 10 people in the clean ladder,
that was crazy.
that was insane. I've rarely heard that stadium that loud.
Yeah, it was
Like,
super crazy.
that was amazing.
I've never seen Scott Panchik look so angry
Yeah.
than when he was up against Matt Fraser.
That was an epic battle.
Huge. It was so nuts, and how they pumped everyone up beforehand, before each lift and everything. It was so crazy. Super cool events. Yeah, I think, like, I mean, obviously they're gonna switch stuff up next year. They've already started talking about the different ways that they're gonna, you know, have the cuts and different things like this.
They did announce that yesterday. Did you read that?
Yeah, talking about like doing a whole day and a half of
So
the full field.
yeah, full field for 3 workouts, and your total time for the 3 workouts is how they're gonna cut.
Just like in 2009.
Is that how it was?
Yeah, in 2009, the entire CrossFit Games
Yeah.
was just
Oh
an
yeah,
accumulation.
that's why it's called Every Second Counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that
And it was-
2008?
And maybe it was 2008.
Yeah.
And it was only 4 workouts, the whole games
I don't remember.
that year.
Yeah.
I think it was. But
That's
anyway.
cool.
Did you find the vibe overall on demo team this year more relaxing or less or like more tense and stressful, but with the changes?
The changes didn't really affect it.
No.
Affect the vibe of the demo team. No, it was like so the first part of the week, like there's nobody there, so it's like really cool. It's just us on the grounds, like the people working and setting everything up.
Yeah.
But like we don't really run into any athletes. We're on the grounds hanging out. We're in the back, like the secret rogue area, like testing workouts.
Yeah.
It's like that first part is just so much fun.
Yeah.
We just get the workout, and Dave's like, show up at this time here. We're going to test this, and we do it. And then
In terms of like doing the workouts and the actual, I don't know, I don't want to say work because you're working during the games. Like you got to be places, and you got to be at the briefings and all that stuff. But in terms of the hard work of putting in the time with the workouts, does most of that take place before the game starts? Or are you still kind of testing workouts midway through the games?
Before the game starts.
Yeah.
So in years past, we've done that before. Like we've tested like workouts the day of sometimes.
Right.
And we've tested.
And he's switched it and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just to like really dial in like time caps and shit like that.
Right.
Like the year he asked the crowd if they wanted double grace or double DT or heavy DT. We had tested both of those like a couple hours before just to figure out time caps for both.
Gotcha.
And it was like Boz was basically like, do you think you can go sub 10 on double DT? I'm like, I don't know, Boz, but I'll try.
I'll try.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot. So just
what did you end up getting? Do you remember your time? Double grace?
Man, I don't know. I don't think I did go sub 10 because I went so hard off the bat. Like I PR'd my DT and then like just died. So I don't think I did sub 10. But yeah, so we didn't really test anything when the games started. Last year we did, which was kind of cool. We tested like a team workout like Sunday morning at 6 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to figure out a time cap for the final. But yeah, it was pretty much done. Dave got a lot of guys and girls up to the ranch to test.
Way ahead of time.
Yeah. And they actually tested the ruck run there.
Boz said he did the ruck run. He was like part of the testing group.
Yeah. Dave did it too.
Yeah, Dave did it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So they did that over there. They did like...
I love how Dave tests the workouts. For like not all of them, obviously, but I love how some of them... Like, I feel like he really likes the endurance ones.
Yeah.
Like, he did the marathon row.
Yeah.
He was the only one who did it, right?
And he'll do like little things. Like last year we were figuring out the box height for Chaos. Remember Chaos?
Yeah.
And it was box jump overs like at the end.
Yeah. It was really high. It was like 40
It was
inches,
super
wasn't
high.
it?
Yeah. And he was like, we were like figuring out what height would be good. And every time we'd like add some things, like Dave would like just jump on the box. He's like, not high enough. If I can do it, you can do it. You know? It's like the old rule, like if I can do it, it needs to be harder.
Yeah,
something
exactly.
Like so he'll do that.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's awesome. The ruck run was crazy.
Yeah.
That was so nuts. There was a bunch of there's a bunch of people who were talking about the ruck bags and how if they were designed a little bit better, they would have been higher up on the back, so they didn't get like actual ruck bags are designed so that you can pull the straps really tight and have like a low strap as well, so that it sits on your upper back more. Like everyone, their lower back and ass was so chafed. It was insane. Like it was like I took a razor blade and stripped off like 4 layers of skin on
so bad.
Everyone's low back. It was disgusting.
Or is it then that it just didn't put it tight enough?
But it didn't have. It only had an upper strap across the thing.
Yeah.
It didn't have. It doesn't have a lower one. So I don't know if that's like a factor or whatever. But I'm sure also putting in all that weight like kind of sagged it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But
that just looked painful.
It's so painful.
You know, like the
So
bruises
painful.
alone, like.
Oh man.
But when we were watching it from inside, like you could just see like the guys were running and the girls were running, but like hunched over.
Yeah.
Like it's rare where you watch an event, you're like these guys look like they're
So
in
bad.
pain.
Didn't Emily Wolf? That's the name of the Canadian.
Rolf.
Rolf.
Yeah.
Emily
Yeah.
Rolf. Did she win that for
I
the
think
girls?
She did, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she had a good games.
Yeah, she had a really good game.
Yeah. She did
Like,
super well.
But a bunch of Canadian girls, like Caroline Prévost, came 12th overall. Like she finished in 12th place.
Yeah.
Like she was almost in the top 10.
That's right.
Can you imagine? That would have been really, really cool.
We haven't had a girl in the top 10 since Michelle.
That's right. Yeah.
And Cammie.
And Cammie. Yeah. No, that was
right.
That was.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh no, Emily Abbott. I think.
Oh yeah, she was top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In like 2015.
Then she did drugs.
Yeah.
But that was a good showing for the Canadian females.
Yeah.
That was huge. And kind of like unknowns as well. I felt like there was a bunch of athletes who were just kind of unknown and they had really good games. And I think that'll be a reoccurring theme. Like
that'll happen every year now
every
with the amount of people that show up, for sure. You're bound to have some dark horses.
Yeah.
Didn't really see that in the guys though.
No.
You know, like everyone.
Matt McLeod a little bit.
Oh yeah,
like,
Matt McLeod.
He had a pretty.
But I mean, that guy's been, knocking on the door of the games for years.
Yeah,
it's not like
true.
because of the new format he's there.
No, it's true. He didn't come out
like,
of nowhere.
I don't know what the Greek girl's story is.
Yo, it's crazy.
But she won Greece and then just like ended up top 10.
What I heard, yeah, but she's been fittest in Greece for a long time now.
Yeah.
And
not making it through regionals.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. I heard in Greece, she's like super well known, like CrossFit royalty in Greece, and she's been at the top of the game and they're over there for a while. And she just got like a breakthrough.
That's awesome.
Which is huge. And Helga Daughter. I feel like Helga Daughter,
just the underrated, unspoken Icelandic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Icelandic female. And now that she's been in the top 10, I feel like she's going to get a little more recognition as like she belongs.
She's so small.
She's small, yeah.
She's very small.
Yeah.
Like not height, just like a petite.
Yeah.
Like you look at her and you're like, there's no way this girl can lift weights.
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Really crazy.
That's another thing. Like the girls clean ladder.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda Barnhart.
Yeah.
Cleaning that.
That was nuts.
Power cleaning.
Yeah.
Insane.
I didn't realize that she did that whole event on like a sprained ankle.
Yeah.
So maybe
that's why she wasn't squatting.
Yeah.
And that's why she started squatting. It started looking like.
So maybe that's why.
Bad.
Yeah. So maybe that's why she didn't lift as much as she could. She PR'd though. She hit a PR.
Yeah, she should have kept power cleaning.
You think she could have?
She was catching it so high, man.
But yeah, she got long legs though. I feel for her.
Yeah.
If I get close to parallel, it's over. I'm going either full depth or really high, you know?
Yeah, but it was just insane. She just get it up to her hip and like, boop, it's in the rack.
Yeah.
Like the crowd didn't have time to like celebrate.
No, I know.
It was just like, yeah.
Everyone was just like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, didn't Tia start power cleaning that too at the beginning? I think she did a few power cleans.
She may have, yeah. Yeah, that was cool. It was really cool to watch.
What did you think of the whole vibe of the feeds, like the Rogue feed? Did you happen to watch any of that?
No.
No,
I can't. Like, I don't know. I didn't watch. No, I didn't watch.
Have you gone back to watch any of the events? So I feel like because you got to watch the race a bit.
Yeah.
Like being a judge, I'm so focused on the one athlete.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch any of the races.
You have no idea what's going on.
No idea.
Yeah.
I'm just like watching the person in front of me, counting reps or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You don't really get to see the spectacle. So I went home. I watched like a lot of it. Just fast forwarded through it, but it was. I mean, the feed was unreal. Like
yeah.
The Rogue commentary. That was like I think the number one sort of feed that people were tuning into.
Yeah.
And it was identical, if not better than the games.
Yeah.
You know, they had cool little features. They showed like, you know, they highlighted like some of the Rogue athletes and stuff. Like it was really fucking cool.
The feedback that I heard was just that it was good. You know, like the obviously the commentators are amazing.
Yeah.
You know, they have a good mix there of like Sean Woodland, who's actually has like broadcasting experience.
Yeah.
And he's a professional.
Yeah.
And then you have like Chase, who's been doing it for years.
Yeah.
Awesome on the camera.
Dan.
And then Dan Bailey and Andy Sakamoto that have just like quietly like morphed into like awesome analysts.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's I could see how that would have been awesome. And it's just like they probably have like I don't really understand how it works. Like if everyone has the same like images to show, or there's like one feed and they decide what camera to like choose from. Is that how it works?
So the main feed, the world feed, what it shows is it shows the race.
Mm-hmm.
There are other camera angles on the field that it'll automatically cut to. So like the person who's in the lead for that heat, it will like highlight that person.
So like you're talking on the camera, like you're talking.
You just got to.
You're commentating. You're talking about Tia Claire Toomey because she's on camera, and then they switch to someone else, and they don't tell you about it.
You got to work on the fly.
Huh? Is that how like?
That's kind of annoying. Yeah, I feel like that would definitely be. But they show like you know, CrossFit has the scoring staff doing all the live scoring updates.
Yeah.
So that's part of the feed is like you see the race at the top.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, even though maybe it's on Paul Tremblay who's winning the heat, you can still see who's coming in up the rear because you can still see across the top of the screen, and you can kind of be in tune with like what's going on. Mm-hmm. And I think for the majority of the time they have like a bird's eye view of the whole situation, right? And then as best they can, I notice a lot they're showing multiple people at the front of the pack. So the angle would be like, for example, Noah Olsen and Matt Fraser in Mary.
Mm-hmm.
They're leading by a significant amount. Yeah. The camera is on both of them. Okay. And they're like commentating the race within the two of them.
Yeah, so they didn't really show anybody else in the heat.
Yeah.
Probably.
No.
I mean, that's always how it is.
That's always how it is. Yeah, exactly.
You show the winners.
They show the top guys. But I thought that was really cool. There was like, I don't know what the exact number is, but I heard something like 300 independent media.
300
people coming in and covering the games. Yeah.
Okay, not 300 feeds.
No, not 300 feeds, but on top of that, there was like over 30 languages.
Yeah, I saw that.
That
was cool.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like in Arabic and Russian and Chinese.
Did you go to like that Fit Aid lounge? That's where all of them were set up. I didn't go there.
No.
I just saw like they had some desks set up.
Oh,
like
wow.
They all had like their own little broadcast like tables.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so cool.
Yeah.
That's something that's so cool because, I mean, that's never happened before. Like if you spoke a certain language, you tuned into the games, like, you know.
Yeah. I think that's definitely the way to go for the broadcast.
Yeah. It's the first, I think it was kind of, I mean, it was so, from when they announced the changes. Like, it's crazy to think now at the games and how well it went for how short a time period it was when they made that sort of like explosion of changes. How it ran, in my opinion, very smooth, all things considered. And there were so many cool aspects of it.
Yeah, they pulled it off.
They pulled it off. It's going to be, now that they've got one under the belt and they can sort of evolve from the massive changes and just make little tweaks to continue to make it better.
Yeah.
Like, the globalization of the sport is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
All the different languages that this is broadcasted in now, the people that are from, you know, I don't know, this small Asian country who have a representative at the games now, and they're like, you know, someone's going to look at that and be like, the same way that you, when you first started CrossFit, you looked at these guys and you were like, I could do that. And you went in and you started a CrossFit career trying to make it to the games. There's going to be one person in this small country and they're going to see their national champion and be like, I could fucking beat that guy or that girl. Like, I'm going to start CrossFit.
Yeah.
You know, and
broadcasting it in different languages for sure is a good idea.
Yeah.
Having all those countries compete, even if they shouldn't be there, I'm still not convinced on that. But
I mean, if your goal is to globalize and push the progression of the sport, I think it's necessary. If you want the potential for, like, if you even want someone in one of these small countries where CrossFit has barely touched to even have a chance to get to the point where they could compete in the top 10, they need that carrot dangled in front of them.
There's 116 countries.
It's crazy. I think like at some point there'll be some sort of, you know,
cut off
prerequisite.
Because there could still be technically another like 45 competitors.
Yeah, or maybe they do, or maybe they make it a hard number.
Yeah, you have to be like in the top 100 or something.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Because there's still a lot of countries that don't have affiliates.
Yeah,
a lot.
Yeah.
I think it's exactly.
So if they start getting affiliates and then they have the qualifications to send a candidate.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to grow and grow and grow and grow.
And you know what's an interesting fact too is there's only 30 more competitors this year at the CrossFit Games than last year. Only
Total.
30 total,
including the teams,
including
the
masters,
other age groups,
teens. Yeah. Because they cut the teams.
Yeah.
Like the teammates, the team competition from like 40 to 16 or 15.
Yeah.
So by cutting all that, and then they cut the teens and masters and age groups in half. So by doing all that, they could just basically have the same like logistics of however many athletes competing.
Yeah.
They just most of them are all individuals.
Figure out the events.
Yeah. Originally, I thought that was going to be such a mess, but I was talking to Justin Berg about it, and he pulled that stat. I'm like, yeah, you know what, that does make sense.
That makes sense, yeah. How was the team? Did you watch any of the team stuff?
No,
Did
not
you
really.
talk to any of the people that were competing team?
Yeah. They I think it was the same thing as some of the individuals, like the cuts. The cuts were pretty, you know. Right. Some people weren't happy about it, obviously, but
the people usually that are on the wrong side of the cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I thought the workouts were sick. Like, we tested a bunch of the team stuff, and like we're like that one workout with like the handstand walking with like unbroken segments.
What was that?
So it was handstand walk 132 feet in 44 feet segments, and they had to be unbroken.
Okay.
And then like lunge the worm back, handstand walk back, push or pull the big bob, handstand walk back, push the snail. Like, that was just great workout. Great shoulder killer.
So it was kind of set up like the strongman one.
It's exactly that. It's called the strongman.
From 2 years ago?
Yes.
At the individual event. But it was just team strongman implements.
Yeah.
They had to advance it, and then they had to stand walk to get the other item.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Like they did a couple years ago.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That was a cool workout. The other workout, I didn't test this one, but the team did. It was like that super long chipper with like over the shoulder sandbags,
Oh yeah.
box jump overs, partner deadlifts, GHD sit ups.
Didn't they have to jump over the snail, like burpee over the snail?
Yeah.
Was that the only reason the snail was there, or did they have to ever
for that
push
workout?
it?
Yeah, no, we pushed it in the.
Okay.
They pushed it in that workout with the handstand walking.
Oh, okay.
At the end.
Oh, okay.
And
that was a cool workout. Synchronized GHD sit-ups was cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And the fact that they got all the teams to swim a kilometer.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's no joke.
So the workout was the same for the individuals as it was for the individuals on the team.
That's right.
Every single person competing had to swim for time a kilometer.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was a 500 out and back, and then they also had to come in, grab a paddle board, and do a paddle board out and back.
Yeah.
So all the teams had paddle boards too. There must have been a lot of paddle boards.
Well, there was only 7 teams left, I think, at that point.
Oh, okay.
Or 5.
Okay. So there's only there's only like 30 some odd competitors.
We tested that. I didn't do it. We got to the water.
Yeah, tell me about that story.
Dave's like, you guys are gonna swim 1,000 meters, come back in, paddle 1,000. I'm like, like I've only swam 500 meters max my whole life in a row. So I'm like
unbroken.
Yeah. So I look at Christian. I'm like, what's the longest you've ever swam? He's like 800. I'm like, you're doing it. And James is, he's done a bunch of swimming, so he did it. And then Meredith and Alex did it.
Yeah.
I got chirped for not doing that, but
That's
man,
so funny.
1,000, like I don't know.
Jason texted us right after. He was like, PT's getting ripped apart in the meeting for not
for
going
not
on
doing
water.
the swim. Like screw that. It was so windy too.
Oh yeah.
Man, it was so windy. James was like off to the side.
Oh really?
Yeah.
He was getting blown around.
I took the chirps, man. I'm like, I don't care.
I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit. If I was competing in the CrossFit Games, I'd fucking swim that 1,000 meters, but
yeah,
I'm not. So screw that.
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that looked really tough. But the day, so the day I was wondering about that because James told me his time. He was like 20 something.
Yep.
For the swim.
Mm-hmm.
Meredith came in, who was a collegiate level swimmer.
Yep.
Around 20th. Did you see when she was swimming? She looked like she was pointed in the wrong direction.
Yeah, she was a little off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like, this shouldn't take her that long to do that. And then she was all weird with her angles.
Mm-hmm.
But like Tia and Matt McLeod.
Yep.
They did that swim in like 16 minutes.
Yeah, they smoked it.
That was insane.
They completely destroyed
Just the swim.
That's like Ironman winner.
Yeah.
Like
these the Australians are crazy at swimming.
Unreal.
Like they don't even need to have gone to college to swim on like the swim team. Like they're just all really good swimmers.
Why? They just grew up swimming or what?
I heard a rumor.
Yeah.
We should look this up actually. I heard a rumor that a long time ago, I don't know what year this is, so I'm not even going to pretend to know.
Yeah.
They got embarrassed at the Olympics for swimming. So Australia decided that they were going to pump a lot of money into their swimming programs.
Mm-hmm.
And like every kid growing up now like swims on a swim team, which would make sense.
So it's like it is their national sport, isn't it?
I don't know.
Something like that.
I don't know. It's not cricket.
Oh, no.
It's not cricket.
Oh, it might be cricket.
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Or footy or whatever you call it.
But did anyone on the team beat people from the individuals?
No. I think close. Oh yeah. Like anybody on the teams
in that event?
Yeah.
Beat individuals?
Oh yeah. Like Rich did it really fast. China did it really fast. Like there's some really good swimmers in the team competition that had like better overall times than some of the individuals for sure.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Did Rich beat Matt? Is that because that's what Dave was looking for, right?
Yeah, I don't remember this stat that someone gave me. I was talking to Hinshaw about this. He said Haley Adams beat Rich.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, overall in that.
Holy.
She came I think second.
Yeah, she's
for the girls.
She was crazy.
Insane.
That was super impressive.
Insane. What's up? Socks?
There's red socks on the front desk if you want for free. Take them.
No problem.
They were
We
those.
gotta wrap it up anyways.
Yeah, those socks were delivered from the Red Cross.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's gonna sweat them. It'll be good.
Yeah.
So
Let's split this up. Let's do another. We'll do a part 2 another time because I gotta go.
yeah.
It's like 10 minutes before 3.
Okay, sweet. So next time we'll come back. We'll wrap up.
We'll hear about the finals and you judging Tia Claire Toomey.
Oh, yeah, second year in a row I did that on the
Yeah.
last event. 2 years in a row I judged her on the last event.
Pressure's on.
I asked her if she remembered me. She says yes, but I don't know if she actually.
Really?
if she actually. I was like, you remember me? I judged you on the yoke carry. She was like, yeah. It's like,
She's in the
probably
zone.
did. Yeah.
She's in the zone.
she's no idea.
She's super nice.
Yeah. She would have said that in any situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll be back.